Kaya, Nyalang Court Durban, Nyalang Mort, Wonkening, Wadjemup. It gives me a great deal of pleasure to be here standing in front of you today because this has been an extremely long journey. It just hasn't been the last 3 years of our statewide conversations. It has been 41 years in the making since the first remains were unearthed, and it came to the public's attention and to our Aboriginal people's attention of the significance of the burial ground in an extraordinary extent. We've had quite a big journey going across the state, talking to every cultural authority group, all the traditional owners, gathering their recommendations and advice on how they would like their men remembered and what they would like to happen today. Today is a celebration. We have had week-long ceremonies, our private ceremonies, where we have paid homage to our significant men that have been laying in situ in this ground, who were illegally imprisoned, who were enslaved, and who died here. They were marched to their death camp. It is time for us to take control of our future and take control of the spirits and to show them the journey and the pathway home. And that is what we are doing today. Our women have had a mighty, mighty week. We've had women from all over the country, the state, coming together each morning to hold private ceremony, to work on the way they want to raise the spirit and support the men in what was happening here on the island. The time was spiritual, it was significant, it was passionate, and it was full of empathy for each other, and we showed support to each other. The strength amongst our custodials, our cultural custodials, our strong women elders stood with us for the whole journey. Thank you Yorkers, thank you York, and thank you people for supporting us. Again, my nuni Herbie, who is down the front here, will be coming up behind me. But Aboriginal people, our people, Nyalang Mort, understand how significant this week has been. It has been a long journey to get to this point. So many of our people were impacted by the traumas and the tribulations that they were enforced upon them. Our women suffered at the hand of the early settlers. In some forms, they almost had to take themselves to the point of giving themselves to white men in order to pave the way and look after their families. Their men, our strong warriors, our leaders, our princes of our community, our elders and our decision makers had been forcibly removed from our communities. Our protocols and our governance structures were done significant damage to. But today we stand here, and when I look at our people, our governance structures are strong, our protocols are strong, our principles are strong. More than one. Herbie.
Before I start, I'd like to pay the respect of the men, the young men that stand behind me. When this thing started, this old man here gave my son a life. My nephew Digger a life. He gave all these young men a life. A traditional way of making fire. No more lighters, no more kara. Proper way now. We make fire. Okay? I'll let them go, and I want to pay my respects to my family from country. To come up here and stand with me so I can ask you to tell your story about your journey. how we sat down and spoke. How you told me your story of the first 2 women that sang a song when the men came over to the island. So to me boys, thank you for standing behind me. I would like to ask my father and my mother from Wyndham and the people from country to come up and stand here with me. My father, where are you? He's at the back with a spear. All you countrymen, come here. All your dad's mums. I call you out to come and stand in front of this man here. Come on. With your lawman, come on. Come here. Come on. It's a long time coming.
Standing in there. One up.
And ask him what you want. I've done my job, I bring you down. My mum, your mum, I met you at the conference. Dad, old man, come on. Come on.
Okay, Roger.
Come on. All you countrymen, come on. I call you out, somebody stand with me. Mum, who's Dad? Come here, Dad. When my father passed away, I went to Wyndham for the very first time. In their country, it's not uncle or auntie. This one is my mum, my law mum. My mother's passed away, my father's passed away. And I would like to introduce you to my father. And also the men of the country. I stand with them because they got the law. They hold the law. So I say to you, I put my stick down and say to you to listen to me and listen to them.
Kada wangan nyen go. Lunga. Kada wangan nyen go. Mam magan ba dando. Yolo. Nyen go dando yolo. Kada wangan nyen go. Marbe berai. Waj bada berai. Yolo. Yolo dando. Nunga. Marba. One guy,
I love you.
Nyamaji, Maru, Regional People's Country. Kada wangan nyengo, mama mangan ba, God's country. We belong him. Tanara ngada wangan nyengo. Kerai. I come here today, in front of me, I wear my great-grandfather. He was here on this Rottnest. But he is one that escaped. In the police records, he says, the story is he absconded 3 months before he got he was going to get a king's coronation. He got away.
Hold on.
One of my old people, good of my old people, didn't come back. Went away. But Ngadandu, Manga, my great-grandfather, my son, he escaped. He absconded according to the police records. He absconded 3 months before he's going to get a king's coronation. So I come back here today to stand together with all you people. You Noongar people, Maru, Marba, Nyamaji, on Wajak Yulu, or Mura country. But I show you that one of our mob escaped. And I come back with that story. It's my old grandfather here, my old Marnie, Windawari's grandson.
My old father, for the Wirin, he got in jail for nothing. He never killed anybody. And he died there. I think I'll bring him in a boat here. And he died again. I want you all to have a sign.
Put on your money. What do you mean?
I'm actually from Congress. Anybody? Korama? Talking about Windawari. I document, I transcribe, I digitalize. I have an archive library, sold based on frequency. People need to understand it. Windawari was taken away from Marnbartna, Johnny Cake Spring, 1892, for something he didn't do. Alongside of these four brother-in-laws, which were Inawanga. My grandfather was just speaking about Louis. His name is David Cox. So, and I animate as well. I transcribe, I digitalize, and I bring the Eastern Wadjemup culture back to life. I'm actually building a digital map as well, in terms of a touch screen, which I work closely with my sister who runs the Eastern Wadjemup Proprietary Limited in Wall Street. So if you want to go and look in there, have a look. We'll teach you more history about this. Yes. And yes, our songlines is actually how we breathe life into our country and frequency it. It's how we acknowledge it, you know, due to our constitution, which goes part and parcel, hand in hand with the country we stand in. I shake and I tremble here, of course, of what's happened here in the past, and the dark past ahead. You know, I still speak Indibagi language. I still speak Korama, Pandima. It's something more real to me being here than the illusion. So yeah, try to get out of the illusion. Thank you. Mum. I just wanted to say about our journey. How our old people that came in from which about 6 or 7 old people that came into here into prison. And which was really, really sad. They came into the mission first and said, I don't know what happened. From stealing that they put in into the cage and they brought him this way into the cell. They made him come into the cell. Then he got hospital, didn't get more. But about my father's from the oldest. And it was really, really sad for us. And I came from Birmingham area,
in the middle of the desert. That's where my old people that came from. And we are the desert people. I speak language, mother country. And some of our old people that we got escaped, they turned into a child and swam across. Because there was 11 people, a few, about 5 or 6 old people. But they left my uncle. The father's beyond. Yeah, well,
Yo, wari milbain ni manmuran, yung gade. Nana mili old people kanya jani about it. Story I've heard from my old people, and it's sad. And today, maybe happy day, we're going to really release their spirit to go back home. And this is about truth-telling. Every nation needs to understand what they did to our warriors. They are warriors, law carriers, language carriers, took them away from their homeland. And the white people told them, you can't talk your language, you can't practice your language. Even you can't practice your law. And it's so sad. And I'm only a young lady, and when I first came here, and I thank Richard, Wally, and Bob Deere, they came to the Pilbara, talked to our men to start this journey. And I'm glad that I was involved in it. And it's good to see the minister here, especially the Premier. We work together in the native title, and now you are our Premier. So this project needs to continue. And this project, we have to take it back home to our region. And we are cultural. I'm a young lady. I'm a cultural advisor for my tribe. And with this, my niece and my auntie here, you know, we practice every year. When we're practicing culture, we think about these warriors, what journey they had. They took their culture away from them. And then we carrying it, young people, teach them what this journey is about. And I hope the nation understand the truth, what exactly happened here in Rottnest Island. And I thank you very much. And Premier, thanks for attending and making yourself available for this special day.
Mr. Premier, if you're not in a rush, people like to tell you their stories. I'm getting people on the side saying, hurry up. You got all day? And we just want to tell a couple of stories and then we'll move on.
My father, the father that I've never seen. I'm million my daughters just come to like she's saying, that our grandfather came here. His name is Badra. He never came back home.
Well done.
So we are very sad on this day. We're still hurting. We're still crying.
Mom.
Hello everybody, thank you for being here. I might be the 5th or 6th generation from my great-grandparents from stolen generation that was on Forest River Mission. And I think I've heard stories that from the Brofo here or Sonny Boy, that his great-grandparents were there too, the ones that were taken away and never came back. There was also a massacre, the Forest River Mission, and 7 children that walked in after the massacre. 7 children that survived. My grandparents took 2, a boy and a girl, and grew them up. And they were like my mom and dad. So yeah, all that trauma, that intergenerational trauma that people talk about, because we don't speak our language and we get discriminated for it from our own people, and it's really hard. But that trauma, it stops with me now, with me, not my grandchildren and great-grandchildren. It's different, you know? If I came to teach what the world is like, and I got 5 of my granddaughters here today, and they all live in Perth and go to school and work in the government department. Thank you all for coming. Thank you, Premier. I see our minister there, and I see Chris. You don't mind me calling you Chris? And where's Carl? Is Carl here? And thank for Richard, Brother Richard. Thank you all your Noongar elders. Thank you very much, women and men.
Now we got an elder to speak.
I'm a desert man. I come from, I'm a Gubaja. Gubaja Wangajunga. Aswabi, I will speak like Mr. House just talking to Mr. Dingo there, that we speak. When we spoke together in our language, we understood what we were talking about. Because us desert people, we respect everybody. People to come in, we respect them, and we welcome them with open arms. Like in 2007, the Premier at the time, Mr. Ripper, Eric Ripper came over there and had my block, Murba, determination, which I am very happy. Is he still around or what? I'd like to meet him again. Anyway, I'd like to acknowledge all the Noongar elders, past and present, and behind me I see young, strong Noongar men. And one day get up and lead their people. So I thank you for welcoming us, young boys, young men with strong spirit. I'm here representing my wife, who is Punuba from the Fitzroy River, and my mother-in-law, who is Kija from the Horse Creek area. This is my boy here, Kija. Thank you for coming with me. So we're going to go back home and we're going to say, I read in one of those books there that you gave me. I read about this young fella who come from the Fitzroy Crossing area. He came here, a 26-year-old man. He came here and he died here and he's buried here. 26 is a very, very young man. Oh, wow. Yeah. And also for my father-in-law, is Punuba. I came from the desert and they welcomed me. I found my wife. I have 9 grandchildren and 2 great-grandsons, which I'm going to go and tell everything about of this event here and let them know that there are people here who's been looking after the burial site, like I met with my brother here, and these 2 blocks here, and the ladies, of course, here, your wife. So, you want to talk forward?
Hello, everyone. Thank you everyone for coming. My name is Zion Gambusu. I'm a Jarin Gidja man, and I just want to say to everyone, but to the main guy there, that it's all about moving forward now. It's about the truth. It's about fixing it. And it's all about us becoming brothers and sisters. So that's what I'd like to see, and I'd like to say what Sister Merle said there. The trauma stops now because we've had enough of that. We don't want to pass it on to our next generations. We need to deal with it now. Yeah. And I just hope that you can meet us on the table, and let's just do the right thing as human beings. And brothers and sisters, simple, love and kindness.
Yeah, hello. Hey, my name is Vincent Quizza, and it's so sad, you know, for us. You know, I'm shaking today. I'm still crying, you know, what happened here, long time. My 2 grandpa, you know, must be buried here. Yeah, that's good, you know. I'm going to dance away. You're going to. Everybody, worry, no, where they been, you know, somebody in Angamu, you're a brave side. You know, like for us, you know, we can work, you know, work together and be one, yeah? We can, yeah, I like to thank Uncle, yeah, you know, inviting us here to the Rottnest Island. Yeah. Like for me, I can't sleep in the night, I'm still crying.
Righty, we're going to finish it off with Richard Wally.
As you can see, we slightly changed the program. So Premier, we'd like you and the Governor come and stand with us and make your speech with you standing together, if that's okay with you. We know you're on time. Thank you. And don't stand next to the Premier, next to our elders, Thomas. So please,
go and stand with
Governor,
Roger,
you've got the microphone, yeah. Stand with these elders here with us. Not in front, but not right next to them.
Hello, good.
Come and stand together.
Yeah. Good.
Hello.
I stand here with you today on Wadjemup on an incredibly important occasion, for our state. I begin by acknowledging that we are on the land of the Wadjemup people. I acknowledge their elders, past and present, and give thanks for the opportunity to share this country with you. Can I also take the opportunity to acknowledge elders and members of the community who have come from right across Western Australia. We know this is Noongar country, but we know that this is sacred and important Aboriginal land as well. So I want to take the opportunity just to acknowledge everyone who's come here today for this incredibly important occasion. Can I acknowledge the Wadjemup project, in particular the Wadjuk Reference and Wadjuk Project Committee and the Reference Group. Thank you for your commitment to realising the vision of making sure that Wadjemup becomes a place of healing. We know that Wadjemup is a conflicted area. You see young people with their families enjoying this as a place of recreation. But we also know that there's a conflict of experiences, of memories, of trauma and of loss. And we must speak those memories. We must speak it. We must acknowledge it. And we must learn from it. Young men were brought from all around the state to this place. Over 3,700 accounted for. Over 370 we know lost their lives here on this island. Those young men, elders, uncles, grandfathers were never able to return. Many incarcerated here for crimes not committed. Some simply because of who they were and the culture that they represented. And today my task, my solemn duty, is to acknowledge the role of the state government in that process. On behalf of my colleague Tony Bidi, the Minister, Simone McGurk, the Minister and local member, and Davina D'Anna, the member for Kimberley. And as the Premier of Western Australia, on behalf of the people of Western Australia, I say, we are sorry. We're sorry for the incarcerations. We're sorry for the incarcerations. We're sorry for the injustice. And we are deeply, deeply sorry for those who lost their lives and were never able to return to their people. But as Liz Hayden said, this is also an opportunity for healing. So can I commit my government to doing everything that we can to work with you and to work with the community to continue to make sure that Wadjemup plays its role on that pathway to healing and reconciliation. As I said earlier, this is a place of conflict. There are those that come here to relax and enjoy. There are those who come here to mourn. But let us all unite in making sure that this place is a place where we come to remember, to tell the truth, to acknowledge, and to move forward and to heal. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Well spoken, Dale.
Hi.
This will happen.
I firstly acknowledge and thank the Wadjemup people who were on, and thank you for the invitation to come here. But in saying that, I acknowledge all of the Britters, the Yorgers, all of the law people, the people that have come from the north, from the east, from the south, to be here on this very special day. And with the Wadjemup project group who have already spoken, but particularly what we've just heard from listening to you. So firstly I want to say, when I was the Commissioner of the Monarch, I said sorry. I remain sorry today, but I'm now in a different role as the Governor of this great state. And it's most important that you know that I'm here at your invitation and I can speak that this is the most important opportunity for our state, for our people as one people across the state. And we've heard some very powerful words from very powerful leaders here who say they want this trauma to stop at this generation. And I agree and implore, particularly to the younger generation coming through, to listen to your elders, to listen to your Britters, to listen to your Yorgers, to understand your customs and your culture and celebrate that important culture. Because we know that this is a place of hurt and of trauma, and that is acknowledged today. But as Governor, I'm here to stand with you, to show respect, most importantly to listen, but then what I would like you all to do with me and others is that we put faith in our culture, put faith in all West Australians, that we can have hope where there has been no light, and that we can show love to each other. And we can then all move forward as we should, not forgetting the past, but walking together for a better future. Thank you.